Welcome to today's show, Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. I'm your host, Dr. Gloria Burgess, passionate, inspirational speaker, author, poet, and entrepreneur. Good morning, and welcome to Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. I am delighted that you joined me today. I want to give a big thank you to those of you listening in, and I want to give a great big shout out to all of you listening all around the world. I'm delighted and so grateful that you tuned in. I sure hope you're enjoying a fabulous day today and that you're having a fantastic week, because you know what? In the grand song of the universe, life is so very short. It's short, sweet, and very, very precious. So I hope you're making a difference in your own life, because when you do, you also make a difference in someone else's life. Now, a lot of folks really want to make their life count for something, but they don't know how to do it, or it seems so big, so overwhelming, they don't know how or where to begin. So they ask me, Dr. Gloria, how do you do that? How do you make your life count? Well, let me tell you, it's very simple, very, very simple. If you love people, like I do, you can do something for them. Some folks call it random acts of kindness or random acts of beauty. I don't think there's anything random about it. I call it making yourself useful, being kind, serving others, passing on your blessings. It's all part of legacy living. When I write notes to people that I love, I usually write a handwritten note of some kind. And I just love the feel of the paper, the beauty of the note card, and I just love writing out a note to them because I'm thinking of them the entire time. Whether it's a birthday card, a thank you note, I usually tuck in something small like a tea bag or one of those little packets of coffee, and sometimes I include a page of stamps, right? Because everybody can use stamps. Or when I'm at the grocery store, I sometimes pick up something nourishing that I can give to our local food bank. And I always try to remember to look into the eyes of the person who's ringing up my groceries and ask her or him, how are they doing? Or how is their day going? Or, I just wish them a blessed day. If I'm in a hurry, I may not always remember, right? But I do try to do that because it makes a difference. I also smile a lot. Not a goofy kind of smile, though I have one of those too. But I just smile. Sometimes I don't even know I'm smiling until someone says back to me, wow, I just love your smile, right? And you know what? In our culture, we often say that time is money. Well, you know what? I'm not so sure about that. Why? Well, a smile doesn't cost a thing. It doesn't cost a single dime. Yet the value of your smile to you and to the other person is positively priceless. And you know what else? You just never know who might need the beauty, the warmth, the kindness, the radiance of your smile. You never know what's going on in another person's life. I just got an email this morning from someone who just wants support from their inner circle, because they're grieving and they're hurting. And, this person didn't have to tell us about what, but she knew to call on that inner circle of people. You just never know what a person is going through. You don't know what their brother or sister or their son or daughter just said to them. You don't know the kind of news the doctor might have just given that person. So, like I said, it's really very simple, and that's how you do it. That's how you can make a difference. By your everyday, small, genuine acts of kindness, love, compassion, generosity, and gratitude. You know what? Even our thoughts can make a difference. Now, why is that? Because our thoughts are actually made up of images and words. And images and words are made up of what? They're made up of energy. And you know that little saying we all learned about words when we were little? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can what? Never hurt me, right? Well, let me tell you something. That is an absolute lie. You know as well as I do, and you've heard me say this before, words have power. They have energy, vitality, and soul. Words have the power to bless or to blaspheme. They also have the power to hurt or to heal. So take good care to send thoughts of love and healing, thoughts of hospitality and generosity. I truly believe that we're all here on this planet. We're all here for a very short time, but we're here to love one another and to serve one another. So that's how you do it. You make your life count day by day, step by step, moment by moment, every single day, 365, 24/7. That's what legacy living, make your life count, is all about. Now, you can learn more about legacy living, make your life count, by visiting the Gloria Burgess website. That's GLORIABURGESS.com. I'm going to say that one more time, the Gloria Burgess website, and that's GLORIA, B as in boy, URGESS.com, or by visiting Facebook. And you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/DR, like Dr. DR, Gloria Burgess, PhD /. Okay? All right. Now, today's show is all about making a new start. Making a new start. What does it mean, and what does it take to make a new start, to get out of your routine, to break out of your comfort zone? Well, today I want to share some little secrets with you about that. Okay? And the first one is you can do it. I can do it. Everyone can make a new start. Every single one of us can make a fresh start. We can all make a new beginning. Before we jump into today's show, I want to just take a moment to welcome you. If you're just tuning in, I want to welcome you, my listeners. Thank you so much. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Dr. Gloria Burgess, and this is Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. And I'd like to extend a very special welcome to those of you who are joining my show, or if you're joining Talk Network Radio for the very first time. Let me tell you something. You are in for a real treat. I'm so excited to have you listening today, and I'm deeply honored that you've allowed me to be part of your day so you can be inspired by the ideas and resources to make your life count. Now, again, today's podcast is all about making a new start. My specific focus today is all about beginning again. Yes, you can. You can begin again. Now, my favorite book says, there is a time for everything. That's right. There is a time for everything. This scripture from Ecclesiastes says, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Now, I just love that passage. So I want you to ask yourself, what season are you in? What time is it for you? Are you in a season where you're looking to break out of your comfort zone? A season where you're looking to take a new, fresh approach? Are you in a season where you are ready to begin again, but you don't know how, or maybe you need a little encouragement? Well, good for you. I want you to listen up. Help is on the way. Hey, and don't think you're all alone out there. You are not alone. You know what? All of us get to a point in our life when we simply get tired of the same old thing, don't we? We get tired of our situation at work or at home or in our relationships. And when we get to that point where we say, I have had it, I'm done, enough is enough. When we get to this point, it is definitely time to hit the pause button, right? It's definitely time to let go. Just to let go and start fresh. In fact, letting go and starting over can be the absolute best thing for you to do. You can get inspiration to begin again right where you are. You can get inspiration from the world around you. Think about it. You know, when the new year rings in, that's a very natural time to reflect on your life, to think about what's working well, what's not working so well, or at least as well as we would like, right? So you can find inspiration just thinking about that particular time of the year. Now, most of you know, if you're regular listeners, that I live in the Pacific Northwest in the United States. In this geographic area, our year begins during the winter months, right? And typically during this time of the year, we have had weeks and weeks, if not several months, of rainy, cold, drippy weather. But if you look at the ground very closely, you can actually see some very early signs of spring. You can see some very early signs of new life, early signs of new beginnings. Maybe there are a few lovely crocus buds pushing their way up and out of the ground. Beautiful little yellow buds, purple buds, white buds. And if you pay close attention to the birds, you'll see some red-breasted robins digging in the earth, right? What are they digging for? Well, they're digging for food. They're digging for worms. Nature has so many wonderful telltale signs of making a fresh start. Another sign of nature's new beginnings are the trees. In my yard, my husband and I have lots of flowering trees around our house, including several varieties of rhododendrons. All of the rhodies, as we call them here, all of those rhododendrons have such beautiful names. Names like White Angel, Wind Song, and Christmas Cheer. So, when I have had enough of the cloudy, rainy days, I look in our front yard for our Christmas Cheer rhodies. I can count on the flower buds to be